Good morning and welcome to our live crafting session this morning. My name is Jenny McCormac. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, and that's here in the UK. It is Monday morning, the 14th of October 2024. If you are joining us live, do say hi. It's always lovely to know who is watching with us. If you have any queries or feedback as we go along, do pop those in the comments section. Hopefully I'll be able to see them and respond. And if you're watching on replay, whether that is on Facebook or whether that is on YouTube, then again, if you have any queries, just let me know and give me a shout. We are introducing a new stamp stamp set of the week. We got a little bit out of kilter with the recent bank holidays and things going on. So we are back to a Monday morning new stamp set of the week. So you'll see a live video here every Monday morning and Thursday evening, that's UK time, featuring that stamp set of the week. I've chosen this week Humble Home. This is the stamp set. It's £19 and you get 14 stamps. You get lots of little sentiments within that as well. You can find the bundle on page 46 of our Christmas catalogue, so that's our September to December 2024 catalogue. And there are some great little samples here of the house, which has a matching punch, lots of tags and bits and pieces, perfect for Christmas, but also good for other times of the year. Welcome home, new home, thank yous and birthdays. The stamp set itself is £19 and the punch which goes with it is £23, and the punch punches out the house, a little square for the window, a little heart and a dot for the dot on the front door, for the doorknob, that's the word. And the stamp set itself, try to keep it out of the reflection. You've got a brick wall and a roof which you can combine obviously together. You can punch shapes out just with the punch of patterned paper, so if you had some brick paper that would be perfect to use that. We have a little house here which could be a gingerbread house, but it could also be any house. We have doors and windows for this house. We have a lovely heart and a roof, and then sentiment wise we've got thank you for coming, we've got a Merry Christmas, we've got welcome, from our house to yours, for the sweet gift, which obviously goes with the thank you, and then we've got home, to from for tags, and then we've got this cute little wreath. And when I did my samples, I actually punched the wreath out rather than fussy cutting, and I used I think it was probably a 1/2 inch punch, possibly 3/4. I'll check it and let you know. So I do have some samples here of the houses, and there's plenty of different things that you can do with them. You could just stamp onto some plain card, just what I've done with this one on the right. So I've stamped in probably espresso onto crumb cake. You can punch out or stamp and punch out the roof element and just pop it onto some pattern paper that you've cut out as well. Morning, let me see who's joined us. I can just see some names pop up. Morning Catherine, Carol and Jill. Nice to have you join us. This one I've stamped the brick and then fussy cut the door, and then I've used the square from the punch to punch out the window, so I'll show you that, and added the wreath which I punched out with a circle. And then this one here is just the Simple House stamped and coloured in. So lots of variations with this. So let's do a little bit of stamping and some creating. I thought I might use, because I haven't used these for a while, I happened to spot a set of the Countryside In papers, and these are rather fun because they've got lots of combinations of blues, and I thought that would work particularly well with the house. So you could just, for example, punch the house out of some patterned paper. So I'm just going to see where might work best here, like so. So if you wanted to, and not doing much stamping, you could punch out that element, and then you could also punch out a piece of either navy card or some of the navy paper. Let's do it from a piece of card, and I'm just going to position that a little way in, and then I can cut this roof. Yes, if I just want the same colour roof but not the chimney stack, you can cut that, and then you can either fussy cut this, or you can actually am I thinking you can do that? No, I was thinking you could cut it further up, but it's not going to help us. So let me just cut this like so. Not particularly accurately, but just to show you what you could do. So you could have that on there, like so. And then out of this piece you could punch some windows. So you could leave these just in the colour if you wish. And I'm just moving this round so the window element is in that corner, like so. And then you could stamp the door, or you could literally just cut the door shape out of this spare piece. I'm making that go a long way, aren't I? So you could, oops, add the door in there if you wanted to, like so. So lots of different things you can do. So I thought I'd introduce these Countryside In papers because they have been carried over into this year's catalogue from last year. This is the one with those lovely pattern designs on, and I'm thinking I wouldn't be surprised if somebody at Coffee and Card cut out one of these birds and popped it on the roof of the house. Maybe this little one here. Anyway, we're going to do some stamping. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. I had a mixed weekend, very busy, but also some very sad news. So it's the way, sadly, the way it goes. Okay, so there is a nice little heart that gets punched out as well. Right, so let's do some creating, and in my mind I want to use a circle punch to focus the house. So either I can use it just to create a background. Let me have a look, see. I've gone to that one again, haven't I? So let me grab put it away ready. Right, so this is Misty Moonlight. I've also got Boho Blue. So I'm going to start by, this is a 2 1/4 inch punch, so any of our large punches will do. Might go a little bit bigger. This is 2 3/8. Thank you, Caroline. So that will definitely fit the house. So I'm going to have this maybe at the top, like so. And then possibly have this behind and my house on top of that, if that makes some sense. Alternatively, I could use that as my layer with that on the top. So many variations. So I think what I'm going to do is make this, I might make this a thank you card. So there's a thank you in the set, and obviously you can combine this with other sets. And then we've got from our house to yours. If you've got the Christmas set that says from my home to yours, that has also got from our house to yours, but on a smaller scale. So I'm just going to use that thank you, just here. And let's go the right way round, shall we? So I could stamp, they've done on one of their tags 3 thank yous. So I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work, I'll turn it over. And I'll stamp that in Night of Navy, just so it's a little bit more obvious. Morning, Caroline. I hope you're well. I hope your boiler is all up and working. So let's try. Normally I would do the one in the middle first, but I'm not sure on my spacing, so I'm going to do top, bottom, hope you can see that. Oh yes, you can. And then this one in the middle. So I've got thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm going to put a little piece of that behind and then put my house on top. So I think what I'm going to do is stamp my house on white card. Grab some thin white card here. So I think what I'm going to do is, because this is pretty obvious, you could just stamp and colour it in. So we'll do one so you can see that. But I'm going to do one with the bricks and the roof and the windows and doors, just so you can see how that goes together. I'm going to use boho blue. So I want a lighter blue for the bricks and a darker blue for the roof. Sorry, I realise that's... Let me put this away. Hi Jenny, thanks for joining us. I hope you are well. So I've got boho blue and Night of Navy. And if you look at the way, obviously, that this house punches out, it's obviously the right way round. So what I'm going to do is make sure I'm positioning this, because it's going to punch out of here, at the bottom of my card, not at the top, because then it'll make it easier to cut out. So I've got my bricks, and let's use some boho blue. I don't know how much ink is in here, so we'll find out when I stamp it. Not much by the looks of things. Okay, I'm just doing it a little way up from the bottom. There we go. I've got ink on my fingers. So let's try that again. It's Monday morning. Okay. And I'm leaving space either side because this punch also punches out the other elements here. I don't want those to jam on the side of the punch. So I've got that, and now I can add my roof, which I'm going to do in Night of Navy. Let's pop this all away for the minute, and I will stamp the plain one as well so you can see. So here's my Night of Navy. I'm just going to try this on the other side. Yes, it's got a little something on there. I had a feeling it might. And right in front of me somewhere is my cleaning cloth. There it is. Okay. So inking that up, I've got to take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. I can see it's still got something on it. A tiny little speck of something. Right. Give that a go. So there is a bit of a gap that you can use here between the house and the roof. You don't want too much of a gap or it's not going to fit into the punch. Or you can sort of bring it down so it's over the edge of the roof. So I've got a bit of a gap there and it's slightly uneven. But let's give it a go. It's a little bit to play with. So, okay. And then I can stamp. You can either just punch out the windows, but I'm going to stamp the windows and the door, which is here. So I'm doing this in Night of Navy again, and just going to do 2 like that. And then to make it easier, because I don't want to punch all the house and everything again, just trimming that off. And here's the square for the window. So what I can do is literally just put that one window in. And you can see I'm coming in from this side, otherwise I'd end up with the other bits punched out. And it adds a nice little white frame in this case, and also you could just fussy cut it. So there's one, there's my door, so I'm just going to cut that like so. One, and then another little window, and again coming in from the side. We're going to end up with lots of bits on the tables at Coffee and Card this afternoon, I think. Okay, so those are going to go onto there. And then what I might do is punch a, oh, I've got a heart here from earlier on. I'm not sure I'm going to use the heart there, we'll see. Okay, so let's come back to this here. Let's move these out of the way for the minute. So my plan is to put a little bit of this paper behind and then have my house on top. And I might just swap that paper over now, because it's very similar to what I've just punched, isn't it? I wonder if that would be a better contrast. Yes, it will. So I'm just going to cut a piece that will fit the back of that. You could punch a circle, but I'm just going to cut this piece. This makes a great Christmas card, obviously. Hi Jazu! With Christmas papers and Christmas colours. And this has got little flowers, daisies and leaves, if you can see that. Okay, so this is coming together. This is going to go onto a white card, I think. So that's going to go behind there with my thank you, thank you, thank you. And then my house, when I put it all together, is to go up on there. And I'll probably put that with dimensionals. So let's put the house together. A little bit of glue. Right, so let's do the door first. Have that in the centre. And then my two sets of windows. You could have just one window above if you wanted to, and if you cut this out of patterned paper like this one here, or with a wood grain, you can make it look like a shed if you wanted to. So for somebody's man shed or she shed or whatever. So it's there, and I'm just using a little bit of wet glue so it gives me time to line that up. Like so. You could also have stamped with this stamp out the door and the two windows straight onto there. Obviously it would need to be quite dark, otherwise you'll see the bricks through it, which is why I stamped it and cut it out. Morning Jazu. So there's our little house. Here's our thank you. So I'm going to position this behind. And the best way to do that is just to put some glue around this back edge of the circle, not to put it onto here, because if you don't align it quite right you can see the glue through it. So I always just put the glue on the aperture edge. Doesn't matter what it looks like from the back, but you want to make sure obviously that you've got that covered, and in this case hopefully fairly straight. There we go. So you can see it doesn't really matter what it looks like. I am going to trim that little bit off. Made it a little bit bigger than I needed. Go. So there's our little house that's going to go up, and I've got the little heart. I'm not sure I need it. What do you think? Looks quite sweet. Okay, let's grab a base card ready. got a white base card. So that's going to go onto there. You could add some ribbon around there if you wanted to. Make it a little bit more interesting. I guess I could put the middle thank you up, stamp it again on a piece of white if I wanted to. Just see what, and then put that on ribbon. I think I've used up all the boho ribbon that I had, otherwise that would have been perfect colouring to put underneath. So let's, it's not very straight, does it? Okay, let's pop this flat onto our card. So the measurements for this piece of Misty Moonlight is 10 centimetres across by 14.35. So it's half a centimetre smaller than my card base. So there's that. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. So let's support that little chimney. If you didn't want the chimney, you could just cut it off, which is what I did on this one. I just punched the shape with the punch out of some designer paper. Okay, so like that. So do you think with the heart or without the heart? I'm just going to stamp that sentiment that says from our home to yours. This one here, from our house to yours. Night of Navy. Or I could put that little heart on the inside. Actually, what I could do is put this large heart underneath there. So use a large heart in a lighter colour. Yes, I'm thinking along the same lines, Catherine. I think without. Just going to practice on here because I don't think this heart has been used. Yes. Let's see if I stamp it off again. I might do that then. So it's just in the background. There we go. From our house to yours. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just to show you the other house that you could stamp and colour in, I'll just do it in boho blue. Just so that you can see it stamped. It's very cute. You could colour it in or you could leave it as is, but obviously when you punch this, it punches the whole thing like so. So if you prefer a cute little house, you can use that in place, but I quite like it with the detail of the bricks. Oh yes, one of the samples, Jill says, looks like a birdhouse. Yes, so it's similar to the one that I've done here, and you could punch a little hole. There is a little hole on here, but yeah, I don't think you get it in the right place, but you could punch that hole out, although I think it's designed much more for, is it designed for the doorknob? But yes, she's quite right. Let me find the sample in the catalogue. Da, da, da. Oh, it's not on that page, it's somewhere else. It's on the front cover, isn't it? I think. Or not. No, it's not. It must be somewhere else. But there's lots of other samples here. That's similar to the one that we've done. There. Coloured in. And then bricks. And the wreath, obviously, for Christmas. Oh, or did you mean that one, I wonder, Jill, my sample there. Anyway, enough waffling. We're all done. So that is the first in our Humble Home stamp set of the week. So the stamp set you can buy on its own, or you can buy it with the punch and you get a discount if you do that. So the stamp set is, from memory, £19. The punch is 23, but if you buy them both together, they would be £42, but the discounted price from Stampin' Up is £37.75. If you're planning on moving house, or you're hoping to move house, these would make great new home cards. Oh, thank you, Jill. Yes, my sample, she says. You know, announcing your new address, wouldn't it? Be really good fun. Okay, so thank you so much. We'll be back here again on Thursday evening for a stepped up version, maybe a fancy fold or something. So please join us for that, and I look forward to coffee and card this afternoon, and that's in Toaster, and then tomorrow morning in Brackley, and then Friday afternoon in Brackley. And all being well, I'm going to add in another session because I'm so behind on my kits. So I'm going to do a kit catch-up each week because I can't fit it in with the stamp set of the week. So watch out for Wednesday mornings when I'll do another live with a different kit. So thank you so much, everyone. Do take care. If you haven't had a copy of our Christmas catalogue and you would like one, just comment here or send me a private message or email me and I'll get one popped in the post to you. Thank you so much, everyone. Do take care and have a great day ahead. Time for a quick coffee before I head out. Thank you so much. Bye for now.